Have you come for a tale?
Ok, deixa eu ver se eu tenho aqui. Clive tells somewhat of his adventures.
You wish to study the tomes?
Ok, persons of interest. O que é que há aqui de novo? Gav. Shield's faithful scout who puts his legendary nose to work in tracking the movements of slavers, soldiers, and any other object of interest in to the hideaway. The ever-agreeable fellow only too gladly delving behind enemy lines if he can get a good story or two out of it. Attendant to Margrace, servant of a man who goes by the name Lord Margrace. Together they travel across the Twins to some unknown end. Kier Norvent, an imperial stronghold located along the southern fringes of Sembriqua's territory, far from its capital of Oriflame. It occupies a key strategic position adjacent to the Crystal Belt and is suitably formidably fortified as a result. Within its walls there are living quarters, a church, a gall, and sufficient storehouses to see the occupants through a lengthy siege. Lostwing, a settlement located in central Subrek on the northeastern edge of the Great Wood. Having initially found prosperity as a stop power point for traveling traders, it fell from favor when newer, better roads bypassed it and eventually fell off the map entirely. The village is built both in and around fallen ruins at the people of Lostwing claim was once called an airship. Orabel Downs, in southwestern Sabarek, where the Great Woods ends, lie the secluded meadows of Hell. Here the soil is rich and the climate temperature, while all the sloped terrain provides ample runoff for rain, making the location perfect for the growing of wine grapes, something the residents of nearby Lost Wing take very seriously. Obelisk, ancient relics found across Lycia. Their construction closely resembles the airships of the fallen, but unlike them they do not appear to have fallen from the sky, rather to have stood in place since time immemorial. They illuminate when Clive approaches, though for what reason it is unknown. After once being lit, they continue to shine with the same blue glow night and day, making them ideal for use as waypoints. Crystal fetters, a restraining device for bearers and omnidants that uses precisely arranged and activated shards of crystals to disrupt the flow of ether through their flesh, thus preventing them from priming or casting magics. So valuable are the materials from which they are made, and so rare the skill required to craft them, there are very few specimens in existence, and they are only employed when absolutely necessary. Chirada, an etherical conjuration summoned forth by Benedicta Harmon when Clive encountered the dominant of Wind near Lost Wing. Despite their size, the creature's heavily feathered wings did not seem to hamper its movement, which was disconcertingly nimble. More so than speed, though it was Chirada's array of powerful magics that set it apart from lesser foes. Okay.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Ok, I think I've seen every... Quer dizer, que é isto? Ah não, isto é a música, ok. Então, seguindo a principal. Lost Wing. It is around the time I'm worn remnants of a fallen airship that the residents of Lost Wing carved their meager existence, refusing to leave despite the imminent threats of the ever-expanding Deadlands.
What a
Oi,
mess.
about some lighter.
Quentin, my good man. It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
What, him? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic. Then he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't.
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues. May the mothers guide you.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lost Wing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
And that's all you can remember. Think hard.
Ah, Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have, though.
Thank you.
Bearers attuned to the element of fire are handy on the battlefield, as I'm sure you know. I expect that's why the Royalists wanted your man in particular.
honored visitor, might I ask that you pray with us for the deliverance of our brothers and sisters from evil?
That a hanged man I see? Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you. I wonder if Sid's found anything.
I'll tell you one thing for nothing. That girl with the hooded bloke weren't his missus. More like his pet blimmin' curl. Ready to pounce.
Nossa, os FPS. Isto é a lojinha que eu já tinha ido.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news. So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on, but... I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not there's a reason he's holding back? And I reckon he has something to do with his partner.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
You're the kind man who saved Mummy. Thank you.
Now, about those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish.
The following evening.
Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling a barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting. The road south, then? Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
Appreciate your help with the Royalists' barricade earlier.
We'll see to the rest.
Calma. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Mas o que é aqui embaixo? My God! My legs! Ah, um atalho.
Come back to me, my darling. I can't bear another night without you.
The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern. You're not thinking of heading that way, are you? The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern.
If the Royalists were looking to take the care, they'd have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well, you should know.
Wrong way, friend.
See, told you.
It's over.
Level up? Yeah!
What are the Royalists thinking? Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts. He sent his best to execute it.
Aqui aquela flor ainda por cima podia cheirar bem. Stay down.
I'll tell your lady. You try. Care Northans. Hard nut to crack, even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
Holy shit, que susto.
That's enough.
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are. Isn't ready for a place like that.
Pois era o que eu ia dizer, isso era suposto ter acontecido.
So, until it is,
Era suposto este saco ter um fundo.
Algumas lá para dentro do quarto.
Não, deixa estar.
Aqui é este saco.
Não, já pus aqui.
Não, isso não é... Oh, Rita, isso não é arrumar.
Não, não é arrumar, tenho que fazer outra vez.
Toma lá para pôr essas coisas.
Aqui do quarto, não veio nada. Encontrei este.
Até dispensei um saquinho.
Este saquinho foi o que causou isto.
Pronto, mas também tem este. Guarda este.
I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
Então.
So, tell me about this, Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made. Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda. Warden of the Wind.
Deixa eu ver se eu tenho aqui qualquer coisa.
That seal of Quinton's. You keep that close, all right? Is there a mistrusting lot? I'd rather they didn't, well, hang you. Well? So, will it be? And how am I meant to do that, then? Anything else?
Look what the curl dragged in. Coin purse weighing you down. Is that all? And what do you want? Coin purse weighing you down. Is that all? Do you think we should go and help?
It sounds like Otto has everything.
As always. Young had so many uses.
Good day. Or What subject shall we consider today?
Lost Wing, a settlement located in central Sabrak on the northeastern edge of the Great Wood, having initially found prosperity as a stop point for traveling traders. It fell from favor when newer, better roads bypassed it. It eventually fell off the map entirely. Presently, its obscurity serves as cover to mask its burgeoning status as a safe haven for bearers who walk the nearby vineyards of Quinton, Elderman and co-conspirator of Seeds, while Al Casks, a Goodland rogue caged in Lost Wing scholars, provide the village with much needed income. Depois tem aqui
Did you
mais
learn
coisas para
everything
ler.
you needed?